What's up? Jay Thorpe, Flexwork Fitness, and we are back for another video. We're going to talk about how to become a personal trainer, more specifically how to pass your NASM exam. So NASM is National Academy of Sports Medicine. It is a NCCA accredited certification, meaning that it actually kind of means something. Some of the other ones out there really don't mean anything. And when you have an NCCA cert, it'll actually increase your chances of getting hired at a gym, because most gyms do require that. And whenever you want to get insurance, so if you're trying to work on your own and you have that, then insurance companies will actually cover you for if anybody gets hurt while you're training. So the NASM, that's kind of like considered the top tier of them. I am certified through NASM. I've had nothing but good experiences with NASM. Even their customer service was great. But it is regarded as one of the hardest tests to take. I believe it's like 1 in 3 people fail the test. It's really not that hard. If you actually study it, it's not that hard. And say that you've already purchased the packages, and say that you're kind of in the bind and you want to pass your test. Like say you only have like a couple months to really hammer in the information. I'm going to give you 3 areas to focus on. And that's what's going to comprise of the majority of the test. So if you just bought it, or if you haven't bought it yet and you're wondering which package to get, because the price range is from like $500 to almost $2,000, I don't believe that you need the guided study. That's what I bought whenever I took it, and I didn't actually do the class the same time as the guided study tells you to do it. It actually will have you like week by week following along with like a little class section of other people who are taking the cert. I did it in like a month and a half. The reason why I didn't wait the full 180 days, which you have between buying it to actually register for the exam, is I wanted to get out of the job I was at and I wanted to start training on my own as soon as I could. And also, I've had experience training before I was certified. I actually worked for a gym, Planet Fitness, and they did not require any kind of certification to be a trainer. In their defense, though, I live in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, you do not need a personal training certification. I don't agree with that, though, because you are taking people through potentially dangerous programs. And if you don't know what you're doing, then you can actually frustrate them by not getting them to their goal as efficiently as possible. Hopefully they change that soon. If you are somebody who is in the healthcare industry, if you're somebody who already has a pretty general idea with how the body works, a lot of this will be actually pretty easy for you, a lot of the anatomy and things like that. If you're brand new to it, I would say maybe go for the guided study and all the fixings if you have the money for it. But to me, I'm cheap. So I bought the test and textbook, and I got the guided study on like a sale price. I think that's the only reason why I got that, or else I would not have got that. Which is another good thing about NASM is they run specials all the time. I think right now it's 25% off for the quarantine. So if you haven't got it yet, definitely take advantage of it. Now, the 3 areas that you really got to focus on if you're like kind of in a bind and you got to pass the test is number 1, which is the OPT model. So that is just their model of progression to take clients through depending upon what their goals are. So you start with the strength endurance. You go on to, forget the second step. Or I'm sorry, first step stabilization, second strength endurance, third's hypertrophy, 4th is maximal strength, and then 5th is power. So learning the OPT model, learning what rep ranges are in each phase of the model, learning the tempos, learning the rest times, and I'm going to link a chart by Fitness Mentors, which is what I use that helped me a lot. Hopefully that'll help you. And you can use flashcards for that. That's an easy way of remembering that stuff. The second is the assessments. So like the shark skill assessment, like the overhead squat assessment, knowing those, knowing when to do those, and kind of knowing the ranges that people will fall in. So like for, say, the Rockport walk test, knowing what a good range is for that, a good time for that. And then playing off that as number 3, actually, which is the muscle relationships. So how the different agonist, antagonist, and synergist muscles work together, because they're going to ask you questions like, oh, say somebody has pronation distortion syndrome, and they're like, okay, so what muscles are overactive? The gastroc. What muscles are underactive? Probably the glute medius and glute minimus. And if you know that, again, that's going to comprise a huge portion of the test. And the easiest way to learn that is just learning how the different muscles play on each other. And oh yeah, the test is multiple choice. So if something doesn't make sense, you can cross that out and you can kind of guesstimate for the rest of it. You have a 70% is the amount of questions you have to get right to pass, so you can miss 30 questions. It's 120, 20 of them are research questions, which don't matter. I don't know why they're on there. So the OPT model, the assessments, and the muscle relationships. And also, whenever you do the assessments and you fail something, what muscles are active or what muscles are underactive. What to expect for test day is you're going to go into a testing center, you're going to have your ID, you're going to have your not cert number or something like, not order number, something like that, just stating that you should be there taking the test. You go in, you pass it, they give you a piece of paper, and you're on your way. Hopefully that helps. Like I said, those 3 things: the OPT model, the assessments, and the muscular relationships. If you guys have any questions on it, you can feel free to put a comment down below, like the video if you gain any value, and try to upload some more stuff for you guys. All right, bye.